Hi friends, you're welcome to Cooking and Gardening Diaries. Today I am making soil for my pot plants, and I have been asked several times that what kind of soil I use to make my plants grow healthy, green, lush. And today, since I was making soil for my plants, so I thought to let you know as well that what ingredients I include to make a perfect potting soil for my plants. Soil is a storehouse for all the elements a plant needs to grow, like nutrients, organic matters, air, and water. It provides support to a plant's root. So, friends, it has to be perfect, and also when you grow plants in a pot or a container, you need to pay special attention to the soil you are growing for your plants. Soil taken from a garden is too dense and hard. It doesn't seem a right choice to use this hard and dense soil for the plants you are growing in pot or container. It's better to avoid this. What you can do is make your own soil for your plant. Grow your pot plants in a lightweight and fluffy soil so that they thrive healthy. Friends, when it comes to potting soil, the lighter it is, the better. Loose and porous mixture will enable the container portable, and also it will help in transporting water, fertilizer, and air to plant's root more quickly, and it will allow for a good drainage as well, which is important in a pot and container gardening. Here I am talking about the ingredients which we will use to make a good potting soil. So first I will be taking sand. Sand which provides excellent aeration and drainage to the soil. A sandy soil is so much easier to work with the clay soil. It is lighter in weight, doesn't compact, and in general is easy to dig or amend with compost. Plants get benefits from a well-draining soil. Sand I have taken 30%. Number second is garden soil, which I am taking 30% again. The function of soil is to anchor plant roots and provide water, air, and all nutrients to plant to support its growth. The third ingredient I take is cocoa peat. It is made from the pith inside a coconut husk. It is naturally antifungal, which makes it an excellent choice to start seeds. Cocoa peat retains so much of water and releases it slowly to plants' roots. Hence, if you are using a soil that has larger amount of cocoa peat in it, you must take care of water, cause excessive watering can lead your plant to die. I personally mix a less amount of cocoa peat in soil to avoid such issues. I've taken 20% of cocoa peat in soil. The fourth ingredient I'm taking is compost, which is 10% of soil. Compost is a rich, nutrient-filled material which encourages the production of beneficial bacteria and fungi that break down organic matters to create humus. Compost helps the soil absorb and retain nutrients and moisture and protect plants from diseases and pests. The fifth ingredient I'm taking is perlite, which I'm taking 10% of the soil. Perlite is lightweight volcanic rock. It holds 3 to 4 times of its weight in water, increases pores and improves drainage. Here I'm letting you know again what all ingredients I'm taking to make a perfect soil for my indoor and shaded area plants. I have taken 30% sand, 30% garden soil, 20% cocoa peat, 10% compost and 10% perlite, which I'm going to mix now. Friends, this soil ratio I have made for my indoor plants which receive low light, and the plants which I place under shaded areas. But friends, the plants which I place outdoor in brighter sunlight and semi-shaded areas, I make a different type of soil for them. I just do a little adjustment in that soil. What I do, I reduce the amount of sand in the soil and increase the amount of cocoa peat. And I increase cocoa peat so that the soil can retain more water, and reduce sand so that the soil doesn't drain out all the water immediately. A good soil for containers will not form a hard ball when squeezed in the hand. It should be easily crumbled when forced between the fingers. You can see this soil I'm going to use for my indoor plants. Plants growing in pots and containers are completely depend on us. So we have to take care of giving all the beneficial elements they need to survive apart from soil. Many new gardeners make the mistake of using garden soil in pots. They just fill the garden soil and try to grow the plant. Please note, garden soil is too heavy for the plants growing in containers or pots. It will quickly become compacted in there, and in this situation, it will get extremely difficult for the plant to grow. Friends, thanks for watching my video, and I hope that my video would be helpful for you in making your own potting soil for your pot and container plants. We'll see you again in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.